Hello, aloha. Well, I hope everyone's doing well. Today is the day I'm going to share about my new program, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm really excited that you've taken the time to, you know, spend the time with me and learn about my new program. So I hope it's beneficial for you. It is really just a beautiful day outside in Honolulu. So I hope you're having a beautiful day where you are. If you are here, type in the chat. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. If you're live, you can also do comments later. And if you're not live, but type in the chat who you are, how you're doing, and then let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd really love to know. So today on our call, I'm going to let you know how it's going to go. My intention is really to help you learn more about yourself and the challenges that you're having with your health goals. I want to help you learn about where you are right now, and then I also want to learn about where you are right now. And to see if there's anything that I can do to help you get where you want to go. So, after we do that, I'm going to explain to you what I have to offer, and then you can see if you think that this might be something that is really interesting and exciting for you as well. So I hope that sounds really good to you. So this is going to be more of an interactive call right now. So what I'd love for you to do is to take out a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, or pull up a document that you can type into, or you can type into the live chat as I ask these questions, so that you can kind of write down some of the things, the answers to these questions, so you can learn more about yourself. All right. So let's start with write down why you wanted to connect with me today, why you wanted to come on this call or watch this replay to learn about my new program. Just take a moment, type it in the chat, write it down on a piece of paper. Why are you here with me right now? I'm here because I want to help you achieve your health goals. And what I've done is start a new program so that I can help more people and hopefully get them even better results than what they've had in the past. And then write down what your main health complaint is right now at this time. So you can just take a moment and see how you feel and see if you have any health issues or complaints going on. And go ahead and write them down. Or you can just think about it if you don't want to write them down. But I'd love to hear in the comments what some of these things are that are challenging you right now, health-wise. Do you have any joint pain? So just notice in your body right now if you have anywhere that you have joint pain. And if you do, where is that? List them all out. And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most horrific pain you've ever been in, 1 being barely anything at all, what is your current level of pain in each area of your body that you might be having that pain? How long have these health complaints been going on? Oh, here comes Shinobi. You might get to meet Mr. Shinobi here if he pops up over here. And then what have you tried so far to fix these health complaints or this joint pain or whatever is going on? What have you tried so far to fix it? And then did some of these things work? And if not, why do you think these approaches did not work for you? And then how is your joint pain or your health concerns, how is that interfering with your life? You know, are there things that you can't do because you're having these problems? Are these things you really want to do or move into, but you you can't, because your health is in a state that you can't do the things that you want to do. And how is that affecting your relationships? And how is that affecting your family life, your social life, or any of your hobbies that you either can't do anymore or are very limited at it? And what will happen if you don't solve this problem? So I totally understand what it's like to be very frustrated with your health. Many of you know that my story is really pretty horrific, and I wrote about it in my book, From Sick to Sexy. But I just remember when I had to stop taking ballet class because I couldn't go up onto the balls of my feet anymore. It was just too painful, and I had to drop out. I was in graduate school, and I had to drop out of that particular class, not because I didn't love doing it, but because I really couldn't go up onto the balls of my feet anymore, and it's kind of hard to take a dance class if you can't do that. It's very frustrating. So I totally understand. So now I want you to write down or ask yourself, how long have you been struggling to solve these health complaints? Has it been 5 years, 10 years, 30 years? And then how does thinking about that make you feel? I know, just thinking back to when I had to make that decision, I almost started crying right now. It was really horrible. So I totally understand. Okay, we know what's going wrong now, but now I want to know what you would like to see going into the future. All right. So just take a moment and describe how you would like to see your health in 6 to 12 months. What are you, what do you want? What do you want to do? How do you want to feel when you wake up in the morning? Are there things that you want to get back to? What do you want to see having happen for yourself in 6 months or 6 to 12 months? Okay, so we've looked at our problems and we've looked at how we want to feel in the future. Um, I'm assuming we want to be pain-free. We want to be fully energized when we wake up. We want to feel happy and content. We don't want to be depressed and anxious all the time. And we all want to be stronger than we ever thought possible. I'm assuming that's correct or somewhere in line with what you were thinking. Now I want you to write down, what do you think is holding you back from figuring this out on your own? So if you've worked really hard, you don't feel well, and most people have gone to 8 million different people to try and figure out what to do, or they're reading books, or they're joining me on YouTube, try to figure out what's going on. What do you think might be holding you back from figuring it out on your own? Write that down. And then I want you to think about, how committed are you to solving this problem and to achieving total health? Is it something that's kind of been in the background of your mind? Or is this something where you're like, yeah, I've got to do this? You can even give it a level from 1 to 10 again. 1 being, yeah, that'd be nice, but I'd rather drink a beer and smoke a cigarette. Or 10, what the heck do I have to do? Sign me up. Let me know right now. That's where I was when I decided to make my changes. Now, if you're still here listening to me, I'm assuming that you want to know how I personally help people rebuild their health and eliminate their joint pain. If not, you can move along, but I would like to share that with you now. So I've created a program, and it's called the Joint Pain Eliminator Program. I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited to share with it and all the new things that I'm going to be doing with it. So let me give you a little taste of what's in this program. So the Joint Pain Eliminator program is for women who have joint pain and other health complaints, because in general, if you have joint pain, you've got a million other things going on at the same time, like yourself, that are committed to seeing reductions in their pain or even a full reversal, which is available for some people. And it's hard for people to believe that, but for some people, you can fully reverse it. We focus on getting you a joint pain specific diet. We focus on doing exercises that help rather than hurt our joints. And then we create a customized self-care practice, meditation, we use lifestyle practices, and we incorporate supplements and essential oils and other things that really help to nourish our joints and our bodies so that we can repair. So why did I create this program? Well, I've been working with people, teaching them how to move their bodies more efficiently to help bring them out of pain since, goodness gracious, it must be 2001 is when I shifted into doing that. So it's a long time. Of course, I was 5 when I started doing it. But I created the program because I started working with people in that regard. And for some people, we would get to a point and then we just couldn't move forward anymore. It was very frustrating to me. In addition to that, I got really sick. And if those of you who have read my book or heard my story, you know I got really, really sick. And I had to go through these steps myself. And I became a health coach and a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner and a certified GAPS practitioner and a certified gluten-free practitioner. I became all of these things so I could learn how to recover my health. Here comes Shinobi to say hi to us. And when I started to see my clients doing neuromuscular re-education and Pilates and not recovering, I started to see that some of the reason why they weren't recovering was because of the same problems I was having. So I started asking questions. And as I started to see the answers to these questions, I started to realize that it wasn't just a misalignment in their joint is why they had joint pain. It's because they actually have some sort of autoimmune inflammation going on. So for example, I worked with a woman and she came wanting help with her knee pain. Sometimes both knees would hurt. Sometimes one knee was hurt. Now, she did most definitely have misalignments in her knees and her hips, and we worked on strengthening the hips, realigning the knees, getting the ball of the big toe down, strengthening everything up. And she would do really well, but it never completely went away. There was always just kind of like a low-grade little pain in there. And one day, she had been on a gluten-free, dairy-free diet. I believe she was even doing keto. And she ate a granola bar, I believe it was, that had oats and a bunch of other things in it. And both knees just flared up and it all went crazy. And she came into the studio and I was like, what on earth have you done? She's like, I don't know. I didn't walk extra. So it had nothing to do with her movement patterns. And so I started asking her questions and come to find out she had eaten this granola bar and she normally hadn't been eating that types of thing. And I went, oh my gosh. So I started incorporating and taking clients in that regard. Even though I'd already been trained and certified, I wasn't really taking clients a lot, but I started taking it in that regard. What I've done with this program is I put all my information together into one package so that I can help people really recover from what's going on, all the way from the neuromuscular re-education stuff to the diet and lifestyle stuff to help reduce and eliminate the joint pain. And I am really excited about it. All right, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the program now. I'm not seeing any, I'm not seeing any questions. If you have questions, ask. But I'm going to go and tell you just a little bit about the program. So again, I'm calling it the Joint Pain Eliminator Program. And then what it includes are 7 health coaching consultations. And this is where I learn about you, your individual issues, and then I teach you the steps through food and lifestyle and supplementation that you will need to be taking to eliminate your joint pain. And in addition to that, we do 15 movement sessions. So this is where I'm going to evaluate your posture and your movement patterns, identify some imbalances that are going on, and then I'm going to create and teach you an individualized program of movement to help support your joints and eliminate your joint pain. Really rebuilding your strength from the damage of inflammation, or if it's an inefficient movement pattern that's part of the joint pain or causing the joint pain, we can strengthen and change that to help eliminate that. In addition to that, I do state-of-the-art functional lab testing. And so this is going to help to identify the deeper hidden causes of your joint pain. Things like heavy metal toxicity or leaky gut or dysbiosis in the gut or mold toxicity, things like that. Really looking in and see if there's things underlying this inflammation and joint pain that you're having. And then I help you develop a program, a straightforward step-by-step food, supplement, and lifestyle plan. And this is going to help you get rid of the joint pain, the toxins that are causing the joint pain, the microbial imbalance that might be causing the joint pain, as quickly and as thoroughly as possible. All right. Again, we're going to have that personalized exercise sequence that you will have to do at home on your own. And then you will have bi-weekly check-in forms. So once we get the program all set up, you're going to do some more health coaching to make sure we get going on the right path, and then bi-weekly check-in forms to hold you accountable, because who hasn't started a new program and then just fallen off the bandwagon because they just didn't have the stamina or maybe the support to do it. So we want to make sure you have that as well. So that is an idea of what's inside of the program. The whole program can be done online. So I'm happy to work with people across the globe, as I already am, since our world has shifted. And then we don't have to worry about if any changes or mandates or anything like that happen. We can just boom, 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 keep going right away. All right. Now, if the Joint Pain Eliminator program sounds like something that really interests you, I'm going to encourage you to download my brand new complimentary Ultimate Joint Pain Eliminator Starter Kit. All right. So I've created this starter kit to help you get started. It's free, totally complimentary, to kind of give you a taste of the types of things that I do in the full program, and then help you get started so that you can just start it now. You don't have to wait. And then you can schedule a complimentary qualifying call to see if we would be a good fit to work together. So I'm going to put links to these things in the chat, and then I'll also put them in the comments and the description after I'm done with the live. But you can download the program and then, or the starter kit, and then there's a call with me at the end of the starter kit, but then I'll also have the little link that you can just book your call right now for the next available time that I have, and we can chit chat together and see if we might be a good fit to work together before we decide to move forward with anything. All right, so let me just pull this up here, and then I'll kind of describe what's in the starter kit if I can get this little shindig. Okay, I'm also going to add another thing. So let me see if this works over here. Oh, here we go. It's there. Oh, yay. So they're kind of stuck together. Maybe I should have done them apart, but I will do that. 1 second, my dearest friends. So here, this is the link to the starter kit. And here is the link to the book a call with me. And it's a Zoom call. So it doesn't matter where you are. You just have to make sure that you change it to your time zone. This is going to be a PDF that you can download that tells a little bit more about me, and then also the Joint Pain Eliminator program. And then this is going to be a link to my book. If you haven't read my book yet, which many of you probably have, you can start actually reading the beginning before you purchase it. All right. So that's that. And I'm going to come back and answer Kendi's question here after I get through the rest of this. I hope you're doing well, Miss Kendi. Good to see you. Let's see. I also wanted to share with you a couple things about that I'm changing about the channel, which is going to play into the Joint Pain Eliminator program. So each week on Thursday, like I am right now at 1 p.m. Hawaii Central Time, so you just have to change it over to Hawaii Central Time, I'm going to go live, and we are going to dig into the underlying causes of joint pain right here, live, free. You can ask whatever questions you want. No strings attached. All right. But we're going to look and see how these this joint pain, these causes of our joint pain, are directly linked to your other health complaints, which most people don't realize it. They think they have one problem and another problem, and they've got 75 doctors, and it's all coming from the same thing. It's really exciting, terrifying and exciting, but this is what I've learned in my journey, and I really want to share it with people. So your other health complaints like fatigue and weight gain and anxiety and depression, thyroid issues, hormone issues, gut issues, right? So, oh my goodness, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's, IBS, all of these things are all directly related to that joint pain. So if you have the joint pain and you have these other things, it's the same darn thing. We're going to look at that. All right. So I'm calling it, Thursdays will be Joint Pain Eliminator Live with me, Lisa. All right. Now, I'm not just going to explain the science behind it or talk about what they are, but I'm also going to do things like recipes, detox protocols. I might do some interviews. So I'd love to have some of my teachers or my colleagues come on and share their information with you. But it's all going to be focused on eliminating that joint pain. Tuesdays is going to continue to be, I changed it over. So Tuesdays at 1 p.m. is going to continue to be our workout. This next week coming up is going to be, I believe it's a level 3 resistance band that we shy at Waimea. As soon as this goes, we're going to start moving into the joint pain eliminator exercise sequence that I developed. And I think I've got 6 or 8 full workouts of that. So that was just going to tie right into everything. In addition to all of that, I'm going to answer your questions. So if you have a question, pop it in the chat and I will answer it here in a couple short seconds. All right. So, yes, I'll be able to answer your questions. And then the one other thing I did want to share that you can become a YouTube member now. So some of you are already YouTube members, but you can become a YouTube member with me. If you go to the YouTube homepage and then you click on join, there's 3 different levels. If you become a star member, I believe it's like $25 a month. You get all the stuff, but then once a month, I do a live workout with you guys. All right. The next one I wanted to share with you is going to be Tuesday, June 8th. And that is going to be at 2 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. So if you're already a star member, that's the date and time that we're going to do the next one. All right. If you're not, go grab it and we'll get going. All right. I think that's all I wanted to share with you about the Joint Pain Eliminator program. Let me see here. I'm going to go back and look at their questions. Okay, good. So Candy wanted to know what's the timeline for the new program. You know, that is a little bit individual, but it needs to be completed within 6 months from when we start. All right. But that is a little bit individual. Some people are going to go through things faster or shorter. So it may only take 4 months for some people. It may take 3 months for some people. I think the shortest we can do it in is 15 weeks because there's at least 1 per week. But it's going to be 3 or 4 months to go through it. But you have up to 6 months to get it all the way done. All right. Any other questions? All righty. Let's see. Other ways that you can connect with me. I am going to put these in the chat as well. So I am on Instagram and I am going to put these in the chat. Maybe if I can get this going here. Oh, it's not going. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to put these in the chat so that you know where to go. I'm on Instagram, and I'm going to be posting quite a bit in there, and it's going to be all about the joint pain eliminator information. I am on Facebook. That information is in there. I am on YouTube. You're already on YouTube. And then we also still have our TV show and all the things we're going to start focusing on in our TV show as well. So I'm really excited about that. Let me see if I can get this going. It's time for me to have an assistant, I think. Oh, still too many. There we go. All right, there we go. I'm not seeing any more questions, comments, or concerns. So we've been together about a half an hour. So again, click on the link, go check out the Joint Pain Eliminator, Ultimate Joint Pain Eliminator Starter Kit, Starter Guide. And then book a call with me if that information looks really interesting, and we can sit down and see if we might work well together. And read my book if you want to know more about why I started doing this. So, yay! All right, well, that's it for today. So next week at 1 p.m., we are going to learn about joint pain and the microbiome and how they're connected. And you wouldn't think that your microbiome would have anything to do with what's going on in your joints, but it really does. Oh, I just got another question here. How many joints can you focus on? As many joints as you want, because you're going to learn the joints are the results of the problem. There's something else going on that we have to figure out and deal with that's causing the joints. Unless it is a straight up injury, right? That's very different, or a straight up misalignment. But then we deal with that too. But what we do is we go and figure out what is going on so that you have an idea of what the problem is. So as many joints as you want to focus on. We can do joints in your head because you have headaches, and we can do joints in your shoulder because you have some shoulder issues, and joints in your knee and joints in your hip. Because for some people, like me, the joint pain travels, right? It'll be a shoulder one day, a knee the next day, an ankle the next day. And I've done absolutely nothing that would, well, not anymore, but before, I've done nothing that would cause the pain. And I had to go in and figure out what was going on. And that's really what I want to try and help people with. And then also, if you've had joint pain for a really long time, if you have something like rheumatoid arthritis, once you get that inflammation down, you really have to go through a very specific strengthening program to rebuild the strength, because there might be damage in there, and you got to be very gentle to be able to get that going. And I love doing that. That's what I do. And I put it all together in the package so that we could do it all together. Fantastic. Any more questions? Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for taking your time to spend with me. And I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday at 1 p.m. For the workout. And then on Thursday at 1 p.m. for your joints and how your microbiome is connected to your joint pain. And if you have questions, you can leave them in the comments here. If you're watching this in the replay, put replay, and then you can ask any questions you have, and I will answer them next week live. All right. Yay. All right, I'm going to end the live stream now. You can continue out to ask questions or get in there and book the call. I think I have sometimes even next Thursday that I might be able to take some calls. So, all right. Aloha all. Have a really wonderful, healthy, lovely day. Bye-bye.